What's up, everybody? This is Tom Taylor with South China Morning Post, SCMP Martial Arts. Joined this afternoon by one of the brightest young stars in one championship, Danielle Kelly. Danielle, always a pleasure to be chatting with you. What's going on? What's new?
Just training hard every day, and this weekend I am leaving to go teach. So just traveling and teaching and training.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're always doing a ton of seminars and stuff, it seems. You stay really busy with that.
Yeah. So I actually have my. This is my last one for July, which I leave to South Carolina tomorrow morning. Then I come back Sunday, and in August I have two seminars. One is in Kentucky, and the other one's like I think around upstate New York, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah,
Okay. You're all over the place.
yeah, it's a pretty busy summer.
Cool, cool. Um, so speaking of the fights, have you been talking to One Championship at all about your next move? Is there anything on the table? Anything being discussed that you're able to share?
Uh, Nothing for now. Just staying ready for if I hear anything.
Hmm. Well, there are going to be lots of opportunities coming up soon, I'm sure, because of this Amazon Prime deal that everyone's talking about. Safe to say you would like to be on one of those cards fighting in US prime time at some point?
For sure. I would definitely like to compete for them. So it'll be definitely new. So I think a lot of US fans will really like that, and plus they get to watch me
Hmm.
perform. So
Yeah, cool, cool. I know you've spoken about this to death at this point, being an American fighter, but I mean, what was your reaction when you learned that that's where One Championship would be airing from now on Amazon Prime? What did you think of that deal?
I thought the deal was really, really good. Um, yeah, it's really exciting, and you know, getting to have the American viewers watch one championship is a big move, especially for like US viewers and fans who like to watch fighting. And also they get to witness like different martial arts like kickboxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, MMA especially. I think
Hmm.
it's a huge move, and I think it's going to open up a lot of doors.
For sure. Well, there's lots to talk to you about these days. You've had some words with Angela Lee. There was a there was a remark about her being a legit grappler that seemed to spark a little bit of a controversy. So I guess the first question is that legit grappler remark. I don't think that was really intended as an insult, right?
Uh, Not really, but the fact that she got insulted by it and everyone else did, I'm just gonna stick by it. So if the shoe fits,
Hmm.
that's on you. So I'm not taking back what I said.
Right, right. So, but beforehand, there was no like real animosity towards Angela. That wasn't intended as an insult.
No.
Okay. So, what's the state of the relationship now that she's had this kind of fiery response? How do you feel about your relationship with her?
You know, it's just funny, like, people are just insecure with themselves. And, I before all this, like I always spoke highly of her, like how she's a mom and she has like a huge audience, fan base. She's a good MMA fighter. But you're gonna turn around and say you're gonna call someone's art and say like you can easily submit me. And I respond back and you don't like that, and then you're saying that I'm trying to use your name to get a match or a big match or something. Like there's better girls I need to worry about for jiu-jitsu who can submit you as well. So yeah, you're not a legit grappler. I think I'm better than you in jiu-jitsu.
Right. Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you there. Safe to say now that there's been this exchange and there's a little bit of a tension between you two. We'll say like you want this grappling match now. This is one that you're interested in.
Yeah. I think like if I'm not mistaken, I think there was like some posts about like special rules stuff. So I'm pretty curious. I mean, I haven't heard anything, so I'm open ears to like whatever is in mind. But for now, grappling match, yeah. I mean, I like easy money, so I'll take the match whenever she's ready
Hmm.
or even wants to compete against me.
Hmm. You say easy money. This is probably a stupid question. You think you could submit her if that grappling match happened?
I mean, yeah. I mean, my last opponent was really tough, but like with their grappling exchange, she's getting armbarred. So
Hmm.
against someone that's better that knows how to do armbars, she'll get easily submitted.
Right. So she has since responded and said that she wants to meet you in an MMA fight. I mean, do you kind of take that as her not wanting to meet you in a grappling match, like she's offering an alternative, or I mean, how did you take that when she suggested an MMA fight instead?
So I saw her comment towards me, but it didn't say anything about having an MMA fight with me. I don't think she's that over herself, but it wouldn't surprise me. For now, like I having had one MMA one MMA fight yet. So I mean, I train with really tough girls. I train with girls who are in big divisions, who submitted world champions. You know, she had made a comment saying she trains with world champions, but that doesn't usually mean anything. People get submitted or beaten every day. Uh, I mean, I don't think she's all that. So I get beat up by better girls. That's like I'm scared of them than her.
Hmm. As you said, obviously you haven't had your first MMA fight yet, so this is probably a little ways off. But one day in the future, that's something you'd be interested in.
For sure. I definitely want to get my feet wet first, but yeah, I mean it's motivating. I mean,
Hmm.
she said she would submit me into grappling match, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna train jiu-jitsu every day, but I'm still doing like MMA and like striking training. I have been for like the past 2 3 years right now. I just don't post about it. Um, but yeah, I mean, jiu-jitsu will always be like my first. So she said she would submit me. I'm up all for that. Let's do it like a no time limit. Yeah.
Cool, cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Now you're obviously, still a pretty new face in one championship. A lot of people are still kind of getting to know you and your personality. So for the people that don't know you, like, do you enjoy stuff like this, the back and forths, a little bit of trash talk? Because I think everyone's different, right? Some people really take to this. Other people find it a little bit uncomfortable. Like when this started happening with Angela, were you like, oh God, here we go? Or were you like, oh, this is gonna be fun?
First, I was kind of like, ugh, this is like high school,
Right.
where you got mad at me speaking the truth, Um, but then like I'm kind of embracing it. Like it is fun. It's just motivating because people just don't seem to take me seriously. Neither does she. So I mean, in a way, she kind of insulted me first, saying that she's able to submit me or something, whatever. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, if you're that confident, you would start making moves on a match, like call me out or something, or she kind of did, I guess. But now you're going to backpedal and say, I guess, special rules or I guess MMA. And I personally didn't hear or watch or see her say MMA stuff, but I'm seeing that from other posts. So
Yeah, I just saw her say, put on the gloves or something, which to me implied like
yeah,
an MMA fight.
her say that. I saw like the original comment, but I'll just leave it at that. I mean, it just says more about her. Whatever.
Well, a lot of exciting things on the horizon between you and Angela. We can leave that for now. I feel like we've spoken enough about her. I'll give you a break. Um, but
Okay.
well, I don't want to ask you about her all night, but you do want to go into MMA eventually, right? Do you have a time frame for when you'd like to do that? Is it something you're thinking about, or just kind of when it feels right? I mean, what's the time frame for you for moving into the new sport?
Well, definitely if it feels right. I mean, I'm just getting used to sparring again, and I think the biggest thing for me is I want my coaches to be there. I don't
Mhm.
want it to be like just one coach, and then I need to, for my first. I definitely need to be feel comfortable like I'm at the gym.
Right. Fair enough. Um, how do you feel about your striking and the other parts of your MMA arsenal at this point? Obviously, your BJJ is impeccable, but how's the rest of your game at this point?
Pretty good. I mean, I started doing like cage stuff ever since after me and May's match. Like when I got back, I started doing like more wall stuff, just so it'd be good for like MMA in the future and jujitsu right now. Because when I compete now, it's just going to be in a circle where the cage is. So, I've been getting used to that, and then technique, and then using like when's the right time to like use the cage. Cut off the cage. Just little techniques that like would help in an MMA fight, but it's good to know just because it can, kind of turn any fight around.
Hmm. Was the cage like maybe more of a factor in the May fight than you expected? Obviously, you did amazing in that fight, but was it sort of more of a variable than you were anticipating?
For sure. When you're doing jiu-jitsu, there's always space. When you do like full tournaments, matches, there's like never a wall there, or they'll just reset you. But then in the circle, it's like when I had her in my guard at one point, she pushed me to the cage so I wouldn't be able to use my space or head movement to like make space or to get her off balance. And even like with even the couple recent jiu-jitsu matches, like with Cade Rotolo versus Jinya,
Hmm.
uh, you know, he used the cage a lot really well. And I think that kind of Cade being really good, like he deserved the win. I think what stalled him a little bit to not get the finish was that Shinya was really good at using the cage to defend stuff.
That's really interesting. That's very interesting. I also wanted to ask you about Jessa Khan, who's another grappler that won championship just signed. You guys obviously know each other. You grappled last year, I believe, and I think she won on points, if I'm not mistaken. I was reading on the One Championship website. You did an interview with one, and they were saying, that's one you'd kind of like back at some point. Is that something you're thinking about?
For sure, she's a legit grappler. That's someone I need to focus on, and I want to beat her again. Excuse me, I want to get at her again. So, yeah, I mean, again, if they offer me that match, I'm all for it.
hmm And it sounds like the circumstances for that first match with her weren't perfect for you, right? You said all the lights were on you. There was kind of maybe some extra pressure on you. You feel like maybe you weren't at 100% heading into that one.
Definitely not 100%, but I don't like to use excuses. It's already been a year ago. A lot of things have changed, I guess, for both grapplers. So, I think this time I'm super confident because I want to beat her.
hmm Between the two of you and the other, atom weights one has signed recently, and then maybe bringing in a few women from MMA. Do you think that soon One Championship will have enough women in your division to do a Grand Prix tournament?
I believe so. I mean, I don't know who else they signed, but there are a lot of talented like atom weight fighters that do have somewhat of a decent jiu-jitsu background. Um, yeah, I mean, I think they're doing one for the men's in October.
hmm
It's always like a lot of men jiu-jitsu background. It's always tricky with the small girls.
Right, right. Well, whether it's in a Grand Prix tournament or if One Championship were to introduce a belt for your division, what would it mean to you to win a title in this organization?
It would mean a lot. I think it would probably put a stamp on like how how serious I am as a competitor. How I mean, probably like make people not look at me or view me as some not so legit serious person or grappler. I mean, even like a former UFC champion said that I'm not, or I said that I'm the legit grappler. It's like I don't know if that was like a sting or not. So, but all that to the side, I think it would just make people take me seriously, and having that belt under one is would be like the biggest accomplishment for jiu-jitsu for my
Mhm.
jiu-jitsu.
At this point, I don't think there's any questioning that you're a legit grappler. I'll let you go with this. I mean, what do you want to accomplish before the end of the year? We're about halfway through now. You're trying to get one more match, two more. Where do you want to be starting at 2023?
I would like to have two matches, jiu-jitsu, but I mean, it's only so actually it's actually August. I was gonna say like maybe MMA fight at the end of the year before the year ends, but it just depends with my corner. Like I want everyone there, so I'll just say for now two jiu-jitsu matches. If I can.
Cool, cool. Well, I hope you can make it happen. That's all I got for you today. But any message for your fans and supporters before I let you go?
Thank you guys for watching me and everyone that's been supporting me, that's been on my side. You guys mean a lot. Yeah, I hope to compete soon for you guys.